Hello everyone, welcome back to my Haley Reach Legendary Guide for Master Chief Collection. Now the next mission is Long Night Solace, and this mission is very hard on solo on the Master Chief Collection, so I highly recommend that you do this in co-op with some friends if you can, or make a session on TA for example. So yeah, like the main problem of this mission is just the space section is just really hard on solo. Now for the first bit, you want to take out the Grunts on the beach, then pick up one of their plasma pistols just like that. Then we just want to run all the way along the beach, just ignore all the enemies, stick to the left side of the beach just like this. Follow the path that I take, as you can just skip most of the enemies in this area. So you want to run towards this bridge, jump to the cliff edge just like this, jump over here, then you want to run up the ramp just like this. Now when you get up here, there will be an ultra elite and two Jackals with needle rifles, so you want to take them out if you can. And because you ran past all the enemies, they'll all be distracted by Noble Team, like all the rest of the Jackals. Now that we've dealt with the Jackals, there's one ultra up here. He's got a concussion rifle, which can be a nightmare to deal with, so you want to EMP him with the plasma pistol, then aim for the head with the Magnum, and mop up the rest of the enemies just like this. Okay, now there's some DMR ammo just by there if you need it. Now that we've done the first section, we head on inside. Also there's a rocket launcher here in this corridor that the Marine will carry, so you want to grab that if you can. I decided not to pick it up because I wasn't really sure that we were going to not die in space, because if you die in space and respawn you lose your weapons, which is a bit frustrating. But anyway, you want to assassinate the elite just like that, just melee him so that he turns around, then just go behind him and assassinate him in the back. Also I'd like to thank my friend Curtis for helping me do this mission, as this mission is quite difficult on solo I think compared to the original on the 360. Now it's waiting for the door to open, and also there's an entry sword here which can be very helpful when you're on the Covenant ship, which is good. Then you want to get in the Sabre just like this. I head out of the cutscene as we wanted to watch it, as we watched it for a little while. But anyway, now when you're in space, the first part of space is you just want to wait. You need to wait for UNSC Savannah to dock at Anchor 9. Now if you were like on easy for example, the game would tell you to like try out the controls of the Sabre, like roll in and trying out your rockets for example, and shooting your machine gun for example. But because we're on Legendary, the game assumes we know all of that, which we do. Okay, now this first part of defending Anchor 9, it has 3 stages. The first 2 stages are quite manageable on solo, but the third stage is a nightmare on solo, as there's just loads of Sabres and Banshees everywhere, and not a lot of cover to hide and regenerate your shields. Okay, now for the first section, the Banshees. This is really easy. I recommend you try and shoot as many as you can as they come out of the teleporter. Reason being is that they are more grouped up and you don't have to aim as far away, as eventually they'll all start to scatter and fly all in different directions, which can take a bit longer. So you want to mop them up just like this, which is pretty good. Now the next section is the Serifs, and this is pretty easy. You want to get behind him just like this and just start shooting in the back when you see them. So you want to disable their shields with the machine gun, then switch to the rockets and shoot the rockets at them. This is the best way to take them out. Otherwise, if you don't shoot their shields, the rockets will just like ignore them. It won't hit them. So yeah, you just want to take out the serve just like this. You must this wave done. Now by this point you'll get a checkpoint, and me and my friend died in this next bit as there's just loads of serfs and banshees, so we edit that out just to save a bit of time in the video, so you don't have to watch all of it. So yeah, this part is so difficult on solo. I've tried for ages to get a decent time in this part, and it's just so hard. I can't do it. This is why I recommend doing it in co-op, as I think it's just a lot easier in co-op, as the serfs and banshees have more things to shoot at compared to solo. Also, it feels like they're more aggressive on this version of Master Chief Collection compared to the original. Also, if one of you is waiting to respawn, I recommend you try and respawn your friend if you can. Just go behind one of the ships that's docked, or go behind Anchor 9. So yeah, the more people you have alive, the better really for this part, as there's just loads and loads of enemies. It's so difficult on solo. But anyway, you may just want to take your time when going this section, I think.
Heavy shots from that bitch! Weapons on. Being hit by Sabre fire. I'm taking fire! I need a little help with the banshee over here! Weapons free! Okay, down and out. Anchor 9 to Sabre teams. Phantom signatures detected on a forward-facing vector.
Now when you get to the part with the phantoms, I recommend you try and get behind them all if you can, as they really can't shoot you. So once you're behind all the phantoms, you just want to hit them with the rockets just like this. They take around 3 or 4 sets of rockets, I think, on legendary, which isn't too bad. Also, you can start shooting them before the game highlights them for you. Also, you can still hit them from like out of their target range. Like they'll still shoot you, but their weapons will just self-destruct, like in front of you, for example. And also, when you destroy the last phantom, all the enemies will just stop shooting you, which is good. And that's this part completed. Now we just need to wait for all the enemies to leave, which will then trigger the next section in the next cutscene. I quite like this cutscene. Pretty good. Just waiting for them to finish up their dialogue, just like this. Now this next section can be a bit difficult. Now when going after the engines, I recommend you try and shoot the guns at the back of the engine, as the current ship has weapons at the back, just by here, for example. So you want to take them out, as they can just destroy you. Then you just want to focus on the engines, just like this. It takes 2 sets of rockets, I think, for each engine to blow up. Also, there'll be loads of enemies in this area, loads of banshees and seraphs, so you just want to take your time on this bit. Make sure you deal with the enemies. Also, if one of you has to respawn, I'd prioritize respawning your friend instead of taking on all the enemies by yourself. It's going to be a bit difficult to do. Now we're just destroying the last engine, which is pretty good. Also, because we did that quite fast, I helped my friend get the achievement for destroying the Covenant engines under 3 minutes as well, which is pretty good. I think I died here. Yeah, I did die here, but I was able to respawn fairly quickly thanks to my friend Curtis. Again, thank you for helping me, Curtis. Also, I had a bit of a failure. I was trying to avoid the enemies when I crashed into the ship, which I thought was quite funny. And because we both died, we lost all of our weapons. Like, we don't have the plasma pistol anymore or the energy sword. And because we didn't have those weapons, the next part was a bit difficult for us. Where you first land on the ship, we didn't really have any good weapons for the elites in that room. So yeah, I just want to mock it. But the rest of the enemies, just like this. If anyone aboard the Covenant ship.
Nice hit! Enemy fighter has me locked! I'm hit! Analyze all available data on that Corvette. Find a way inside.
Scans indicate a structural weakness surrounding a platform on top of the vessel.
Noble 6, set down immediately on that Corvette's topside landing pad.
When you get to this area, your first encounter and lead to jump out into space just like this. You want to take care of him. Then try to pick up his plasma weapon, as it's pretty good against the other elites in this area, as there's just loads of them. Also, we didn't have very good weapons here when we played through this mission, as we both died in the space section, meaning that we lost the plasma pistol, unfortunately. But anyway, but the plasma repeater is still a pretty good option, nevertheless. And we resorted to hiding up here at first, as there really wasn't much cover to start off with, so we were just hiding up here for a little bit to try and take out his shield and hit him in the head with the Magnum, as that's pretty good still against elites when they're exposed with no shields. Also, it's important that you stay together in co-op, I think, as you can both focus your fire on one enemy, result on them in going down faster. We decided to go over here to give us a bit more breathing room and let them come towards us in a more open area, as that area was quite condensed. Not a lot of places to go in that area. We just were. But anyway, try and pick up a plasma rifle from one of the boxes that are in this area and focus your fire on the elites, just like this. Also, there's a drop shield there that can be quite helpful. But I didn't go for the drop shield, as I prefer mobility over health regeneration. Also, there's a hologram there as well if you need that, as that can be quite helpful as well for distracting the enemies. So yes, you want to keep on shooting the shields of the elites with any type of plasma weapon. Now what we've got left is one Ranger elite left with a jetpack. So we take him down just like this. Also, the elites tend to dodge a lot on legendary, so try and shoot them a little bit, let them dodge, and then just shoot them again, meaning that you waste less ammo. Okay, now once the store's opened, you'll have some Grunts inside and another Ranger elite. I'd focus your fire on the Grunts first, as they're right in front of you. You can potentially throw grenades as well. But I wouldn't worry too much about the elite, as he's more or less the other side of a corridor anyway when the door opens. But when you get to this main room, I recommend that you go up the left side and pick up the needle rifle from the box just above there. Then you want to shoot the engineer so that he doesn't give more shields to the enemies. And once the engine's dead, I recommend you trying to stay up here and snipe the enemies from up here. Like, try and take out all the grunts, as the grunts can be quite overwhelming when there's loads of them coming up the stairs at the same time. Like, the elites aren't that too bad because you can easily shoot them with a plasma pistol, and then they'll be stunned for like a second or so, giving you enough time to shoot them in the head, just like this, for example, which is pretty good. Also, another hard thing about this room is the ranger elites with the fusion rifle weapons, as they can shoot from quite great distance away, and it's got super good accuracy as well. I'll just finish up these elites a bit near us so he doesn't get the jump on us. Now, by this point, most of the normal ranger elites should be dealt with. Now, the only enemies we had left really were the ranger elites with the fusion rifle weapons. Now, I tried to blow up this container here, but I wasn't having much luck with it. So you may just want to try and snipe them from a great distance, as the needle rifle is still pretty good against their shields, because they don't have really strong shields. These type of elites don't, compared to the zealots, for example. Okay, now we've only got 3 enemies left, which is pretty good for this area. So yeah, it's best to just take cover in this area. Don't stay out in the open too much, as the fusion rifle can easily overwhelm you. I was a bit slow here taking out this elite, resulting in my friend getting taken down. Now we've dealt with this elite, there's only 1 elite left. We decided to rush him as he was all on his own. And we had good cover from where we were coming from as well, which is good. Once this elite's been dealt with, you want to press the button and move on to the next area.
6, go for those shield controls. I need in.
Now, after the cutscene, there'll be some ammo on the floor with some DMR ammo if you need it. Now you want to head left here and go through this door. There will be 2 grunts behind this door and 2 ultra elites in the next room. You want to take out the 2 grunts first, then charge up your plasma pistol on the ultra elites and take them out with a needle rifle headshot, just like this. I was a bit slow taking out the second one here, meaning that he went into the next area, which is here. He was hiding down here. He was. Now if you've taken out these 2 elites, you'll head on to the next room, where you'll see 2 ultra elites on like 2 turrets that they're controlling. So you want to assassinate them just like this, just so they don't attack you, and it saves a bit of time as well. Then you want to run into the refueling sequence room, and when you're in here, you want to try and assassinate a few of the enemies if you can, as they don't hear you come in at all. So you want to take this opportunity to try and assassinate a few of them if you can. I'd prioritise the elites over the grunts, as they're more dangerous, so I managed to take out 3 of the elites there, which is pretty good. Especially that general with the concussion rifle. Also, when in this area, keep an eye out for the Spec Ops elites, as they have active camo, and it can be a bit hard to see in dark areas. So when you see them, I recommend you just shoot them with your plasma pistol, as their shields are quite weak. Those elites that are invisible, their shields don't last very long with plasma weapons. Now we're just dealing with the last elite in this area, and once that's done, you need to press the button just like this. And after you press the button, I recommend you try and throw grenades at the door that you came through. Reason being is that more enemies will come through it now after you press the button. It'll give you a chance to get a few easy kills on the Covenant. And we're just mopping up the last of the enemies in this area, which is pretty good. Once all the enemies are dead, or most of them, you don't have to kill all of them, you just run past them because they're just jackals. And we just leave that last one. But when you come back to this area, some more enemies will come through this door that you ran past earlier, so you want to throw a grenade in there if you can, get a few kills, and EMP the elite and shoot him with the needle rifle, just like that. And when you get to this area, when you get back to the Pelican with George, there'll be some ammo on your left, just right here. We got a bit of luck here, where I missed my plasma pistol shot on the elite, which resulted us in dying, unfortunately. But anyway. So in this main area, at first there'll be some jackals in the middle and a few elites. I prioritise the jackals first, as they're not looking at you, meaning that their shields aren't covering them. So I'd try and focus on them first if you can, the jackals. Okay, attempt 2. Also, there's a few Grunts in this section as well. Also, try and stay back in this area when you first come back here, as all the enemies are focused on George, which is pretty handy for us. Also, there's a health pack there if you need it. And once all the enemies are dead, there will be 3 waves of enemies. Now the first set of waves will be jackals, and they will come out of this door here, and the door upstairs on the right side. So you want to throw a grenade in there if you can to mop them up. Then the rest of the jackals will be up here on this platform. So you want to take care of them just like this. Now the next set of enemies will spawn on the opposite side of the room from where we are at the moment. So there'll be some enemies that will come out of this door by here, and there'll be a few elites as well that will come out of these doors. So you want to use your plasma pistol on them if you can. Now the next set of enemies will be your Grunts, and they will spawn out of a door in the middle, which is up here. So you want to take care of them. We unfortunately didn't have any grenades for this part, so we had to shoot them with the needle rifle. And then some elites will come out of this door just by here, so you want to use your plasma pistol and needle rifle to take them out. I made a bit of a mistake here, but I didn't realise I was out of ammo, so I was just aiming my plasma pistol with no ammo at an elite, which was a bit risky. And I was a bit unlucky here where I missed my shot. The man's elite just like that, which is pretty good. Now the last set of enemies will all be ultras, and one elite will come out of every door, I think. We got a bit unlucky here with the ultras, where they got the better of us. Also, I didn't really have much ammo in my plasma pistol left, so I was trying to be conservative with my shots. And also, this ultra elite came out of nowhere, just kicked me and my friend just like that. But anyway, also I made another mistake here where I ran over that plasma pistol ammo and I didn't pick it up. I didn't see it when I was playing this, so there was just a few elites left. I didn't have much plasma pistol ammo left, so I had to resort to using my needle rifle instead. Now what we've got left is one ultra elite left, and that's this mission over. Now I hope this video has helped you out, and I'll see you next time where I'll be covering the mission Exodus. And I was quite pleased with how that mission turned out at the time. It's pretty good on that mission. But anyway, I hope this helped you out, and thank you for watching.
Level 6, form up on me.